All right, welcome back to Market Day Report. I am Scott Shellady, otherwise known as the Cow Guy. Thanks for joining us as we approach the noon hour Central Time. Let's take a look at some of these prices. Let's start with corn and see what we were doing. I got excited a little early, I must admit, and it's kind of been disappointing. But we've got a May board that says that we're sharply unchanged. 441 3/4 is last there, and that's in the middle of the range basically. We've got about a nice 7-cent range. We've now also got July sharply unchanged as well. 453 3/4. You go out to the D's. That's down a penny to 471 3/4, and that's 2 cents off the low of the day. So corn just kind of couldn't come up with the goods. Let's see about soybeans. 9 1/4 cents better there. That's 11.88 1/2 is last. Still about 8 cents off the high of the day. You go out to the SEP, that's up 9 cents to 11.84. All right, that's about 6 1/4 cents off the high out there. So that's soybeans. Everything kind of coming back after that initial euphoria. Wheat now in Chicago up a 1/2 cent up front. That's May. 547 3/4 is last. That's in the middle of their range. But you go out the deferreds, we got a 3/4 cent loss in that D's. I thought we were going to get through $6 today. 5.99 was a high. We're about almost 6 cents off of it right now. 5.93 1/4. So there you go. That's wheat in Chicago. You want to go to the hard red from Chicago to go to Kansas City. That's down 2.5 cents in the May contract. 5.96 1/4 is last. We're well off the lows by about, 6 1/4 cents, but we're also almost a dime off the highs. So there you go. We got a penny and a quarter loss in the D's. That's 6.09 3/4. And again, that's about 7 1/4 cents off the lows, and we're well off. Well, that's in the middle of the range. We're 7 cents off the highs there. All right, that's hard red in Kansas City. How about the spring wheat in Minneapolis? Now that's a little bit of an upboard. May's sharply unchanged. 6.70 even is last. You go out the deferreds, we're only up between a tick or 3 ticks. 3/4 of a cent better in the December. 6.92 1/4 is last out there. That's spring wheat. All right. How about cotton? Let's take a look at that. We're up 11 points. 95.17 is last. And that gives us a little room to invite in our next guest. It's Tommy Grisafi. He's with Advanced Trading up in Valparaiso, Indiana. Tommy, thanks for being on. All right, brother. How's it look to you? I mean, I know we got a little bit of a bump from Conab. Everybody got excited, and somebody let the air out of the balloon.
Well, we're still not running out of grain, but we do have a giant short out there. So this morning when I was talking to clients, I had expressed to them, you're thinking as a farmer looking for any rally to sell, and you are long a lot of contracts on physical, like they physically own the bushel, not a futures long. But if you add them all up, they're long 3-4 times more than the funds are short. But
yes.
the funds keep coming in, and they're like, pretty cool. Corn's down 4. When it gets down 6, 7, and 8, maybe I'll buy some. And all of a sudden we trade up 2 or 3. That's when Scott the Cow Guy gets all excited in his chair like a little kid in class, realizing someone brought candy to the room.
Yep.
But the reality is that as we settle in here now, something happened in the last few minutes you probably weren't aware of because you're just so busy being you. But incredible volatility in the stock market. We had CPI, PPI, you know about that. I'm looking at the quote board. Nvidia's up $40 a share. I mean, every financial show, they should just have one stock up there and just have, you guys could just go in the break room and just put Nvidia up there and just hit play because that thing's ruling the world right now. And it feels toxic. I'm old enough to remember when AOL was a big deal and I would go to every grocery store and they were handing you a CD to download AOL. Remember that? You were probably one of the first people to get on there. Heck, you're old enough to remember when you put 2 cups together in a string and yell at them, and that was the interweb. But the markets have changed. Technology is going to grow more bushels. I'm understanding that this is a buy dips market, but technology, Scott, when I've done my talks the last few weeks from Commodity Classic to Northwest Ohio, technology over the next 10 years, we're going to go to a 200 bushel average in the United States. And it's, believe it or not, it's Nvidia and other companies processing a massive amount of data. I'm having a hard time speaking today, but I'll tell you this. I look right in that camera and ask all the viewers and listeners, who out there is trying to be worse at farming this year than you were last year? And you were great at it last year. So you can all pretend the USDA's lying. You taught me about all the companies. Be careful with 3-letter acronyms, right? FBI, DOJ,
Right. Yes.
FED. We got a bunch of them. Then you get to 4-letter acronyms. But I don't really think the USDA is lying. I really think the American farmer's that awesome and technology's that great. And let's take a commercial break. You did real good. You're a wonderful guest. I'd love to have you back on the show sometime. And
always good.
We'll
You're right.
there.
CPI was a good number this morning. And you know what? I was very surprised to see the stock market hold in there because I saw that 10-year yield ramp higher. But stock market's finally coming to its senses, as you said, as we speak right now. All right, we are going to take a break. Stay right there. We're going to go away, pay some bills. We'll come back and talk more with Tommy Grisafi. He's with Advanced Trading in Valparaiso, Indiana. We'll be right back after this. All right, welcome back. Let's talk about some livestock here, right? Let's see what we've got cooking in the cattle market. Let's go to live cattle first. I brought that one up for us, and that's got some okay gains, right? April's up 62 cents to 188.22. We backed off the highs by about 75 cents. You go all the way out to the Ferds to Dees, that's up 80 cents to 190.05. 25 cents off the highs there, but we'll take that board. We like it. Cattle feel like they want to just kind of drift higher. April's up 92 cents in the feeder cattle. 254.02 is last, and that's 75 cents off the highs there. While we're up $1.02 in September, 269.80 is last out there. And finally, let's get to the lean hogs and see what they've got in store for us. They are playing along today, and they are playing along well. This is a good rally in April. 222 higher, 85.50s last, 7 cents from the high of the day. If you go all the way out to the August, that's up just 25 cents, though. It kind of ruins the party out there. 102.35 is last, and that's only 7 cents off the highs, though. All right, let's bring back in Tommy Grisafi. He's with Advanced Trading in Valparaiso, Indiana. Anything you want to add there, Tommy?
Well, I'm probably the seventh person to say that Tyson plant closed. I wasn't listening to your show earlier, but nice to see the hog market.
You're the first one I've heard of.
Well, yeah. Is it wrong to feel the way I do about you, Scotty? Big hug, man. If I could just give you a hug right now, I would. And I'm sure they're laughing at you. But seriously, think about this. This is serious. Sometimes you and I joke. 4 years ago today, we were shutting down the world to save us all. Here we are 4 years later, and we're shutting down plants. We didn't have enough shackle space, or we had the shackle space. We didn't have the workers to process hogs. We literally, in America, 4 years ago, were euthanizing animals. Now we're closing plants. You do with that information what you want. I bet you have a special about it on Scott the Cow Guy in the next few days. Now with that, cattle market. Just like when grains were bearish, we knew all the bearish news, and we're like, yep, we know all the bearish news. Record crops, record this, too much carryout, China not buying, whatever. But as the markets got down there, China did buy. China made some major purchases from Ukraine, a little bit from us, and they started dabbling. I mean, why wouldn't they? Why wouldn't China buy corn $1 under anyone's cost of production? But when it comes to cattle, the bullish news is out. So nobody's going to call in or call my phone or call you and say, oh, did you hear this about cattle? We have bullish fundamentals. We know that. We know the fundamentals are so bullish that they're actually starting to low the hours, and the kill times are starting to go down. So my biggest fear for the cattle market is we wake up one day, the Dow's down 1,200, our debt's 35 trillion, and we go into a mini panic, and we go into a risk-off mode. Other than that, it's just like every other market, buy dips, sell rips, and have a good day. Hey, don't forget to look at that LRP insurance, folks. I know little shout-out to our folks at Advanced Trading, but you combine that with some other things. It's a very powerful tool. The United States government is offering you a put. I'll just do an infomercial. Give us a call, and we could help educate you on that. Thank you, my friend.
But wait, there's more. All right, that's great stuff. All right, Tommy, thank you very much. Tommy Grisafi, Advanced Trading, Valparaiso, Indiana. Thank you very much for coming on. Bring it back down to you, Suzanne, and let you have it.